Dr. Darlene here, on the go. I'm ready to go to the gym in just a little bit, and I thought, I'm going to take a minute to share one of the most important things in my life. You can go to whatstopsyou.com for more information about all things. Today we're going to talk about how to declutter your mind quickly now. How to declutter your mind quickly now. Who needs that? Just baby boomers or everybody? I think everyone does. So how much do you need to declutter your mind 1 to 10? Let's say 0 is I don't need to declutter my room or my mind because I am literally organized and everything's in order. So that'd be a 0. And a 10 would be, and no. And just a minute, what? Wait, what did you say? Wait, okay, so I can't really hear you. Okay, just a minute. All right, what? So that would be a 10. So on a scale from 1 to 10, where are you right now? I know that on a scale from 1 to 10, I need this process probably more than anything I teach ever. I need it more than self-esteem. I need it more than anything because there's a whole lot of stuff going on in my mind. Tons of stuff going on in my mind. Yeah, right? So let's get busy. Let's get busy quickly, on the go. And I promise you, whatever you are at, 1 to 10, you will be more organized by the time we're done with this short video, by far and away, and you'll probably end up to be 0 to 3 or 4 at the most. Yeah, you ready? Okay, first thing, I want you to pull off the road if you're driving and get a piece of paper out. If you don't want to pull off the road, then listen carefully and do a lot of visualization. Be careful as you're driving. If you're sitting in your room, then maybe you can get a piece of paper and pencil. If you're doing it in your mind, then what you want to do is think about everything going on in the conscious mind right now. Not the unconscious retrieval stuff, but in your mind right now that wants attention in the conscious mind. You know, the conscious mind is Little Mermaid, and she has her little flashlight. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Da-da-da-da, my complete, la-da-da-dum, da-da-da. And she's looking at everything. What she's shining her flashlight on is the conscious mind. Everything else is in the unconscious mind. She knows it's there somewhere, I could retrieve it. But on the conscious mind, what you're shining your light on is the conscious mind. So go ahead and think for a minute. Write it down or think about it. Okay. Yeah? Thinking about all those things. You got your taxes, you got this to do, you got that to do, you got this person calling you, you got this, that. And yeah, lots and lots on your conscious mind. When I do this in my office with clients, most commonly, they will take a literal legal pad this size and fill up 2 columns, 1 or 2 pages. So on the conscious mind, all of those things are trying to get attention. It's like everyone raising their hand, I want a drink of water. And there's too many because there's only one fountain and you need to line up. So I'm going to share with you what to do about this. Let me explain to you how the conscious mind is different than the unconscious mind, according to research. As you well know, the unconscious mind is almost unlimited. There's no capacity limit that any of us know about. We can continue to learn as long as our neurological pathways will respond to stimulus. So we can continue to learn and continue to learn. The conscious mind, in contrast, has a super limitation. And the limitation is it can't process very many things at the same time. Studies show that you can actually only process one thing at a time. Yes, you're thinking of multitasking and you're saying, but I'm really good at that. Well, the facts are, If you're good at multitasking, you're actually flipping from one thing to the next so fast it seems like you're doing it at the same time. For the sake of this conversation, to simplify it, let's just say, okay, fine, we can think of a few things at the same time-ish. And how many of those things can we think about at the same time? Let's count them. You're listening to me. As you're listening, intently thinking, my life's going to change in the next 10 minutes-ish. If I listen, you get a text that dings in, and you go, oh, you can still hear me while you're listening to that text or looking at that text, yeah? Then you think, oh my gosh, I've got to pull over and get gas. So you're thinking, okay, this exit's this far away. I can do that. Well, you can think of those three things at the same time, can't you? Yeah, you can. And then what's going to happen? Oh, there's a siren that goes by, so you need to move over. You can still hear me talking. You still know the text that came in, and you know what exit you're going to be taking off in just a moment. And you can sit there and wonder how the family is, or something bad, or why is there am I getting a ticket? Why is there a siren? So we could continue, and then let's say you have a passenger that's telling you a story. And you're like, well, can you tell me that in just a little bit? But they talk, and you're listening because you want to be nice and listen. Can you hear them at the same time? Maybe you can. There's about 5 bits-ish of information that your unconscious can process at the same time. It's really not the same time, but it seems like the same time. The scientific formula, you can Google this, is 7 plus or minus 2 bits of information at once that the conscious mind can process. The conscious mind can process 7 plus or minus 2 bits of information at the same time. So if you take 7 plus 2, that would be 9. Minus 2 is 5. So the conscious mind can hold about 5-ish to 9-ish bits of information at the same time. If you can do 9, it's starting to get a little more into the subconscious about what the weather is, and if you need to slow down while you're driving, while you're listening to me, while the policeman's going by, when you know what exits you're going to get off of. So let's just go with 5. Let's just say you can think of about 5 things at once on the conscious level. How many did you write down? If you only wrote 2 down, you don't need this video. You're doing the Zen got it organized thing. But if you wrote down more than 5 things, then you need to keep listening and applying this like I do. Because if I wrote down all the things on my conscious mind, it's like scary, like a horror movie, like a scary thing, like with sound effects, and then a subwoofer, and then there's like dark things that go by, and then there's light things that come by, and then there's like, angels are singing, because so much of my life is just so good. But you know what? Look, we have to cater to the weakest link. If you're going to do a nice bicep curl, you got these amazing biceps, but you just hurt your elbow. Well, look, you can't really lift the same amount of weight with your bicep if your elbow's mucked up. You're doing a bench press. My quads, can I just tell you, they're super strong. But if my knee hurts,